Terra, the cradle of mankind, was broken. The Age of Strife had turned the homeworld of humanity into a wasteland. Mutants roamed the ruins. Techno-barbarians fought endless wars. The psyker-kings ruled as false gods. It was a dying world. But one being had watched for millennia. One who now chose to rise. The Emperor of mankind revealed himself, and with his revelation came war. The Unification of Terra had begun. From his fortress in the Himalayan mountains, the Emperor unleashed his first warriors, the Thunder Warriors, engineered to be larger, stronger, and faster than normal men. They were brutal and short-lived, but in war, they were unstoppable. With them, the Emperor swept aside the warlords of Terra, the Pan-Pacific Empire, the Nordvik conclaves, the Selenar gene cults of Luna, all fell before his armies. Each battle was bloody, but each victory brought Terra closer to unity. Many of Terra's rulers were psykers, witch kings who enslaved their people with fire and terror. These tyrants claimed godhood. The Emperor destroyed them. His armies crushed their legions. His psychic might cast out their demons. And for every false god slain, the truth was made clear. The Emperor was humanity's only salvation. But conquest was not only fought with blade and fire. The Emperor sought to end not just warlords, but faith itself. For in faith lay division, and in gods lay chaos. On Terra stood the last church. Within it, the final priest of a dying faith. The Emperor came to him, not as a conqueror, but as a man. They spoke of faith, truth, and the fate of humanity. The priest would not yield, and when dawn came, the last church burned. With fire and steel, the Emperor's vision remade Terra. Warlords were broken, the false gods were silenced, and the Age of Strife began to end. The Thunder Warriors had carried him to victory, but their time was over. Brutal, unstable, and doomed by their own making, they were spent. At the end of the unification, they fell, in battle, in betrayal, in silence. Their sacrifice was buried beneath the new order, and in their place, the Emperor prepared something greater. Terra was united, the warlords slain, the last church burned, and the Thunder Warriors no more. But the Emperor's greatest work was only beginning. In secret, the Emperor created 20 sons, the Primarchs, perfect beings forged with gene science and his own power. They were to be generals, leaders, and the living weapons of the Great Crusade. But the dark powers of chaos conspired against him. The Primarchs were stolen from Terra, hurled across the galaxy, each one cast onto a distant world to grow in exile. The Emperor's sons were lost, for now. Yet the Emperor would not be denied. From the gene seed of the Primarchs, he created their heirs, the Legiones Astartes, the Space Marines. warriors greater than any human, each a fragment of their lost father's design. They were disciplined where the Thunder Warriors had been unstable, loyal where the warlords had been treacherous. They were the Emperor's chosen, the blade with which he would reclaim the stars. From Terra, the Emperor looked outward. The long night had left humanity scattered, broken and afraid. But with the Primarchs to recover, the Space Marines at his side, and the Mechanicum of Mars soon to be his allies, the Emperor's Imperium was born. The Great Crusade was about to begin. Humanity would rise again, united under one banner, the banner of the Emperor of mankind. But the galaxy was vast. The Primarchs, lost to strange worlds, would not all welcome him gladly. And beyond the veil of the warp, the dark gods whispered still. The age of conquest was dawning, but so too were the seeds of heresy.